lineup that is of 6 players of USGAO boys waiting, and that's the hurdle has been broken, and now finally both the teams' first 6 are inside the court doing some final touches, and as we see the fielder and the players which are on the field taking their positions. And Surikant is checking the rotation of the players. There are many fouls that are to be taken care of in this beautiful game of volleyball, and in which one is of rotation foul. If the player doesn't stay at his place, then that is also a foul where 1 point will be awarded to the opponent team. So many rules that has been taken care of before we could carry on with the match. Meanwhile, here we can see so here we go, USGAO to serve, love all. That is the first spike, but well defended. Now towards the left hand side. There's a wonderful spike. And the first point for USGAO boys, courtesy of wonderful spike, straight inside the field, the angle. Score moves to 1-0. USGAO to serve. 1-0. The spike was slightly away from the court. That takes the tally furthermore of USGAO boys to 2-0. Consecutive third point for USGAO boys. 3 love. A good block. Taps the ball inside the court of VATHARI. Gaining 1 more point for USGAO boys. USGAO boys to serve 4 love. Still the rally is on. There was a wonderful lift. Equally well defended by players of USGAO. Another chance. Spike. Ball touched the net, but equally well defended. Well received. Good block. Still rally is on. And a lovely touch, a delicate touch to drop the ball inside the VATHARI's court. Gaining 1 more point. USGAO leading 5 love. A good simple looking serve. Spike, but out of the court. Continuous 6th point for USGAO. 6 love. So that's the first timeout taken by VATHARI Sporting Club. So that is a part of a strategy as the timeouts are taken for a short meeting and to correct the stats and the techniques. So let's see the plan of VATHARI as the first timeout was taken. 6 love. Double block, but spike was out of the court, out of the sideline. And one more point to USGAO. USGAO to serve, 7.7 love. And there's the first point for VATHARI. VATHARI to serve 1-7. A strong spike, even there was a two block that has been offered, but piercing the forehands that have come to block. USGAO to serve 8-1. Double block, but ball goes out of the court after touching the block that has been offered by the players. Point in favor of USGAO, 9-1. So good rally is going on. Players fighting it out, trying to disguise, but the spike was out of the court, awarding one more point in favor of USGAO. 10-1. USGAO to serve. Finally, a good spike takes the point for VATHARI. VATHARI to serve 2-10. There was a wonderful effort from the defender, could not dig the ball, dived, and a point towards USGAO, 11-2. What a lovely spike, a short lift, and a tall guy does it for his side. USGAO boys to continue, 12-2. So meanwhile, the ref are having a chat. (12-2). Another spike, but equally well blocked. Two tall guys standing like a wall, jumping and blocking the ball. One more point in favor of USGAO. 13-2. Another good block, sealing one more point for their side. USGAO to continue, 14-2. A healthy lead of 12 points gained by USGAO boys. There was a wonderful effort, but equally well defended. Still rally is on. Let's see who is going to get the point. Lovely defense. A wonderful game. Spike but on to the net. That gives USGAO boys one more point. Still the same plays continuing the service. 15-2. Player could not put the ball in the opponent's court. There's a second timeout taken by VATHARI. All the way from Karapur. And at this halt, USGAO boys are 16 and VATHARI Karapur are at 2 points. So USGAO boys are leading 14 points. But let me tell you, I have seen this beautiful game many times. Even the team which is leading by 15 points can't relax, as the opponent can cope up at any instant. One good moment can lift morals of any team. Meanwhile, there's completion of timeout. 16-2. Another good spike, taking one more point for his side. USGAO boys on a roll, rocking at the moment. 17-2. Wonderful effort. Good block, and that seals one more point for USGAO boys. USGAO looking very comfortable side. Good display of skills. Score is 18-2. The ball touches the antenna, and there's one more point in favor of USGAO. 19-2. A good spike, ball brushed the block that has been offered and goes out of the court. Finally, a point after a halt. 3-19. What a lovely spike, as the fake was offered by the tallest guy, and the player from behind jumped and spiked, gaining one more point. Score 23. Lovely spike, but out of the court. There's a signal from the main referee. So one more point takes the total to 21 for USGAO. Service has been put behind the end line. So change in serve. 4-21. What a lovely spike. The angle has been created away from the blockers. Takes the score to 22. 22-4. Short lift, and there's ball brushes as a spike was offered to the defender. So point for VATHARI. 5-22. A good application of mind, and if there is a gap between the players, right in the middle, delicate touch makes it for USGAO boys. The tallest guy is now come to serve. Score 23-5. Another short lift, but player could not spike the ball at the right area out of the court, awarding 1 point for VATHARI Karapur. 6-23. Another spike, but out of the court, away from the sideline. One more point for VATHARI boys. 7-23. The players were not at the right area. So one more point to VATHARI. Now finally some pace in the score. 8-23. Although there was a double block for the spiker, but the change of angle at the very last moment seals the point, and the spike has been hit right in the court. 23-24-8. And that seals the first set for USGAO boys. Second match of the evening is on. First set won by USGAO boys, 25-8. So here we can see USGAO boys already at the sideline, knows that they are right on top at this moment. First set has been won by USGAO boys, and a short meeting that has been held among the players of VATHARI as how to carry on with the match, as they have lost the first set, but match is not here over. Two more sets to be played. Assistant ref is checking the rotation of the players. VATHARI to serve. So after doing the much checking, as we can see, assistant referee Surikant Naik writing Surikant Salgaonkar. The correction have been done by one of the member, Surikant Salgaonkar, Alais Babush. So here we go with the second set, love all. There is a spike, but we have to wait for a referee signal. It was brushed on the blocker's hand. So point for USGAO, 1 love. There was a long lift, but a player was slightly away. Good rally still on. Both teams are fighting it out to gain a point. A spike, even equally blocked well. Ball drops in the court of VATHARI. USGAO gets the second point. 2 love. Short lift, and there's a foul that has been made by the player of USGAO. So first point for VATHARI, 1-2. Service was not up to the mark, giving away one more point in favor of USGAO boys. USGAO to serve, 3-1. Another spike. The ball has brushed the wall, which have come to block. But a change of angle makes it for Vathari. Now Vathari are on the roll. 2-3. Good spike, but it really well deceived by the blocker. Another chance from the far angle. Ball touches and goes out of the court, and that is the trick that has been planned by Vathari, finally gaining some momentum. Getting one more point, scorer level 3-3. Lovely block, still rallies on. Another attempt. Ball goes out of the sideline. One more point in favor of Vathari. Finally, Vathari are leading in the second set. 4-3. Lovely service. Well taken. And what a lovely block. Puts the ball in the opponent's goal. Vathari gaining the momentum in the second set. Leading by 2 points. Score 5-3. Vathari to serve. Another lovely spike, taking one more point for his side. Now the players of Vathari has got the momentum, and that have made USGAO boys to take the first time out. So सगळ्या प्रेक्षकांक एक कळवणी आसा जे हाऊसी कुपन्स जे तुमकां दिल्यात ताजे जे प्राइज आसा ते 1000 आसा 1000 कॅश प्राइज आणि जल्दीफाय हो जो क्रायटेरिया आसा तेजो त्या प्रायजाक सो जे पयले 5 नंबर कोणाक बेगीन मेळटले तेका 1000 इनाम दिले गेले वतले. आता लेट्स कॉन्संट्रेट ऑन द मॅच. 6-3. Vathari to serve. So now some technical corrections are on, and here we continue with the match. 6-3. Vathari to serve. Short lift, equally well blocked. The still rally is on. What a lovely block, but the impact of the spike puts the ball out of the court, and that gains one more point for USGAO boys. USGAO to serve 4-6. Short lift, but player didn't expect it. A misjudgment allows one more point for USGAO boys. 5-6. And that's a spike, but out of the end line, giving away the point to Vathari. Vathari boys leading in the second set. 7-5. Good spike, touch out, ball goes out of the court, giving a point for USGAO boys. USGAO to serve 6-7. Lovely anticipation by defender. Some mind games are on. And a delicate touch onto the face of the player who was offering the block. A point for Vathari. Score 8-6. Vathari to serve. Good spike, but equally well defended by the blocker. Double block. Still ball is in play. Good game is on. Some mind games are happening. Lovely spike, and that's a point for VATHARI. Score 9-6. USGAO boys, who managed to win the first set, are lacking behind now. Another lovely lift. Spike offered but out of the court. Now a continuous point for VATHARI. Finally gaining the momentum. 10-6 is the score. And there's a wonderful spike from USGAO boys that they have been known for in the first set. The tall guy strikes. 7-10. USGAO to serve. Lovely spike away from the double block that has been offered by USGAO. And now VATHARI are showing what they are known for. A spike increasing the point. 11-7. There's a long lift. Double block. There's a lift for far end, and there's a strike, but away from the player. Meanwhile, another chance, another delicate touch. Strong spike, but out of the good. And meanwhile, we have to wait for ref as the player has touched the net. That's why, as a foul, a point to be awarded to USGAO boys. 8-11. Service has been put right on the net inside their own court. As a foul, one more point to be awarded to VATHARI. 12-18, VATHARI to serve. Double block, and well anticipated by the defender, leaves the ball to travel out of the end line. One more point. 13-8, VATHARI to serve. As the ball has been put out of the sideline. One more point in favor of USGAO boys. 9-13. The ball has been struck onto the upper part of the net. Consecutive points for USGAO boys. USGAO to serve. 10-13. Wonderful spike, equally defended, and what a lovely drop. Delicate touch makes it the third point for USGAO boys. 11-13. And now the first time out taken by VATHARI. So both the teams have taken 1-1 timeout. These timeouts are generally taken to halt the pace of the game and to plan some strategies. So that's the end of the timeout that has been taken by VATHARI as the second set resumes. USGAO to serve. 11-13. So now the lead is of just 2 points. 11-13. Block, but won't be able to stop the strong spike of the player of VATHARI. Now there's a change in serve. VATHARI to serve. 14-11. Good defend. Lovely skills. And there's a point that has been awarded for USGAO boys as the foul has been made by the team VATHARI. USGAO to serve 12-14. There was a double block, but a strong spike pierces the block and gains a point for their side. USGAO to continue 13-14. So now USGAO onto the roll as the scores are tied. 14-14 USGAO to serve. So there's a call, common point, reserve 14 all. USGAO to serve. And what a lovely spike ball brushes the defender and travels out of the ground, awarding 1 point for VATHARI. 15-14. This is a good match in progress. VATHARI to serve 15-14. Another delicate touch disguising the blockers as ball has been put in the opponent's court. 1 more point for VATHARI boys. 16-14. VATHARI leading by 2 points. There's a lovely block. Equally well anticipated, but finally the ball drops as the player fumble, giving away 1 more point. Second timeout taken by USGAO boys. There's a signal from the main referee to plan the strategies and to cut the pace of this match. In the second set, VATHARI boys from Karapur leading by 3 points. And this is a must-win set for VATHARI boys as USGAO have won the first set and this is the second set in progress. We resume after a small break. 17-14 VATHARI to serve. Lovely spike but equally well defended. A free ball for USGAO. Lovely lift, lovely dive. Wanted to dig the ball but could not able to put the hand at the right position. Meanwhile, USGAO boys scoring 1 more point. 15-17. Lovely spike. Ball comes in the opponent court but goes out of the sideline, awarding 1 more point in favor of VATHARI boys. 18-15. VATHARI leading by 3 points. 18-15. There wasn't much pace as a delicate touch just to disguise the blockers. USGAO taking away a point. 16-18. What a lovely spike from jersey number 10 and no chance as players become spectators watching that spike. VATHARI 19-16. A short lift, a spike attempted, another lovely block, and that seals a point for USGAO boys. There's a change in service as the tallest guy goes to serve. 17-19. Ball rolls onto the net. No harm done. Good block, in fact. And there's a spike that takes the ball out of the court by touching the opponent. One more point to USGAO. 18-19. There was a definite spike, but out of the sideline. Now again, scores are equal. 19-19, USGAO to serve. A good spike takes the point for VATHARI. 20-19, VATHARI to serve. Lovely spike, even 2 blocks away off it, but just number 18, Sanchit is the name on the back, manages to pierce it. 20 all. Lovely spike and even equally defended. Managed to keep the ball inside the court. Meanwhile, a good point, courtesy a lovely defense, diving effort from VATHARI players. 21-20, VATHARI to serve. Lovely spike and what a block. That brings scores to 21-21. USGAO to serve. As the ball brushes the opponents and travels out of the court, point is awarded to VATHARI boys. 22-21, VATHARI to serve. Lovely spike and no answer from the defending team. Point for USGAO boys. Scores are tied again at the pair. 22-22, USGAO to serve. Good spike, equally well anticipated by the opponent team. Another spike, ball brushes VATHARI player and goes out of the sideline. So now USGAO boys are leading 23-22, USGAO to serve. There's a lovely spike, but well defended. Good defense, and now VATHARI on attack. Another spike, a lovely block. One more chance from that different angle. Equally well blocked. Player slips off, but the ball is still in play. Lovely shot lift, still a good block. USGAO to spike, well defended by VATHARI. One more chance, let's see. And a delicate touch, but still good presence of mind. Rallies on. And the deft touch makes it for USGAO boys. 24-22, and that's the second timeout taken by VATHARI boys. Thank you, DJ. So there's a final chance for VATHARI boys as USGAO boys just need 1 point to win this match, leading 24-2 by 2 points. Set point and match point for USGAO. 24-22. And finally, the hopes are alive for VATHARI boys as they gain a point. Still, just a point for USGAO. VATHARI to serve 23-24. There's a call from the ref as the foul has been attempted by the player of VATHARI, and that's the end of the match. USGAO boys winning the match fighted set. Seals the victory by winning 2 straight sets. By what a lovely display of the volleyball skills that have been displayed by VATHARI boys and USGAO. A tough set, I must say. Finally, USGAO boys are the winners. Requesting the players and the supporters